So, what do you guys want to talk about? Well, first off, thanks for tuning in and listening. This will be a audio only WWE Backlash live play-by-play watch-along reaction stream. As the show was this past weekend, here we are a few days later. Now, finally, getting the chance to sit down and watch it. So here I am with the stream. The look I'm receiving on my end from YouTube, for whatever reason, is vertical. It should be horizontal. Yes, it's audio only delay, so black screen regardless. I don't think it really matters at that point, even though, should be the other way, but is what it is. I'll digress. Once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. This will be my first live watch-along reaction stream since Elimination Chamber, if I do believe so, if I'm correct. Just because, there wasn't anything else in between then and Mania, and of course, since the shows, and I attended the Showcase of the Immortals, so be sure to check out those videos. So we're going to talk about WrestleMania briefly here in a minute, but first time in a few short weeks, months, if you will, at this rate. Hopefully everyone had a great WrestleMania season, from the Royal Rumble to Elimination Chamber. WrestleMania 40 was held in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field, home of the NFL's Philadelphia Eagles. About a month ago. Yeah, it's May the 8th. I'm watching Backlash on a few-day delay. So hopefully everyone had the Force with them on May the 4th. Be with you, of course, this past weekend while watching WWE Backlash. Of course, also drinking as much as tequila as you wish, because of Cinco de Mayo as well, along with witnessing the closest finishes in Kentucky Derby and NASCAR history this past weekend. Today, this evening, now tonight, we're going to be discussing WrestleMania 40, give a recap on that real quick, just because I haven't done so up to this point. WWE also had their draft recently as well, as they also released a few of their superstars on the roster. Some talent was let go, so we'll get into that. They announced this would have been after Backlash on Saturday. WrestleMania 41 will be held in Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada next April. So wrestling on Easter weekend. It'll be April the 19th and 20th. Respectfully, they'll keep the 2-day window from the Death Star in Vegas. But wrestling on Easter weekend, let alone 420, I might add in Vegas. I mean, what honestly could go wrong? Only time will tell. A little less than 12 months away from that, but we're just now coming off WrestleMania 40, first pay-per-view, premium live event, if you will, with Backlash this past weekend. So the matches, 5 in total on the card, including a WWE Championship match. If you know the results, okay, please don't let me know. Please don't spoil anything. I've yet to watch it, so I'm just now sitting down, streaming, audio only, and about to watch as well. But just once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. It's been a little bit since I've been on YouTube here, just because of attending WrestleMania, and then with it being football off season, a little stuff going on, but not much. And then, of course, just regular, ordinary life. So from the earthquake in the Northeast to somebody winning the Powerball, along with the solar eclipse. We had WrestleMania 40 in Philly, like I said, about a month ago. It was April the 6th and 7th, respectively, so today, May the 8th. Would have been a month ago today for the Raw After Mania, in which Triple H kicked off, introducing the new WWE Champion. We'll get into that in a minute. That new WWE Champion also defending his title at Backlash against the phenomenal AJ Styles. So yeah, once again, what do you guys want to talk about? But as I attended my first ever WrestleMania, I had a damn good time. Very fun, long weekend. Of course, from where I live at, a few short hours away, I was able to just hop in the car and on the road again to go to a pro wrestling event, pro wrestling show. That no more sports entertainment, I might add, as well. WWE going to be considering themselves back into the pro wrestling business, if you will. We'll see how long that lasts. But yeah, Triple H is in charge. I mean, I think a lot of people have been eyeing up WrestleMania 40 just because from when Triple H took over, it would have been summer of 2022, after Vince McMahon had resigned, of course, tried to force his way back into the company, but then they were sold. Last WrestleMania season, that deal became official with the WWE and UFC under TKO last fall. So technically, WrestleMania 40 ended up being the first WrestleMania for Triple H to book creatively with at least one full year in advance, along with being the first WrestleMania under the new umbrella with ownership of TKO, no longer owned by the McMahons. So, yeah, got to Philly Friday afternoon, stayed the whole entire weekend because went to all the shows from SmackDown to NXT to, of course, both nights of WrestleMania, night 1 on Saturday, night 2 on Sunday, and then the Monday Night Raw after Mania, now 1 full month ago. Hard to believe, time flies. Where the hell was it gone? I don't know, beats the hell out of me, but here we are. So yeah, from WWE Backlash just now a couple days ago, here we are going to watch it. But no, overall had a fun time. Depending on where WrestleManias are in the future, of course, have to look into attending another for sure, no doubt about it. But in the meantime, be sure to go check out all the content that I posted live right here on the YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. From also attending WWE World during WrestleMania weekend, being a big Bray Wyatt fan, got my picture taken in front of the door in which he returned through during his return to the company year and a half, 2 years ago now at Extreme Rules, which is also in Philly, I might add, which is also at, so be sure to check out that video, along with all other pro wrestling content live here on the YouTube channel. Be sure to check it out. Easiest way to stay up to date is, in fact, on social media. Links in the description below. We'll get into the intro here in a minute. If you hear any noise in the background, just some fans blowing, I believe jackass neighbors mowing his lawn right now. But anyways, I'll digress. But overall, WrestleMania weekend, no doubt about it, lived up to the hype. From WWE World at the Convention Center to Friday Night SmackDown, NXT TakeOver, the Stand and Deliver event they had, at noon Saturday. To both nights of Mania starting at 7 p.m. Night 1 went to, about 11 o'clock, a little after 11. Night 2, after Cody Rhodes defeated Roman Reigns to become the new WWE Champion. That was about half hour, 45 minutes or so sooner than that. About 10:30, quarter 11, I'd say. But then, the Raw after Mania, and all 70-ish videos right here on the YouTube channel, so you can check them out. And then WWE had the draft. They released some people. Before we get into that, though, I do, of course, want to say once again, thanks for tuning in and listening, but let's give a full WrestleMania recap before I forget. As WrestleMania 40 was held in Philly a little over a month ago now. Official combined attendance was just short of 150,000 people. So from the 2 nights to the 20 hours of in-person wrestling, we had Triple H kick off night 1 of WrestleMania before Rhea Ripley made her entrance, defending and defeating the man Becky Lynch to retain her women's world title on Monday Night Raw, but then was forced to relinquish about a week or so later. It's been a couple weeks now since that's occurred due to an injury, so she's on the shelf. So Becky Lynch now is your new Raw Women's World Champion. They had a 6-pack tag team ladder match for the tag team titles. They split the tag team titles, thank God. So the new Raw tag team champs are in fact Awesome Truth, and then A-Town Down Under with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller on SmackDown. They're your tag team champs there. Another tag team match was had. Andrade and Rey Mysterio defeated Dirty Dom and Santos Escobar. The Usi Mania match, Yeet, No Yeet, between the Uso twins, Jay defeating Jimmy. The 6-woman tag team match featured Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi defeating Damage Control, as Asuka and Kairi Sane, I might add, are no longer your women's tag team champs. As you know, with that being said, we'll get into the show shortly. Sami Zayn defeated Gunther, ending the 600-plus day reign for him as the Intercontinental Champion. So Sami is once again holding that title. The Bloodline, which was in both nights of Mania, with the main event specifically. Speaking of Roman Reigns, and then the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, challenging as he teamed with Rollins on Saturday, but then went for the gold on Sunday. But the main event of night 1 was a tag team match. If the Bloodline won, it turned into a Bloodline Rules match for Cody and Roman then on Sunday, which is exactly what happened. As The Rock, Roman Reigns defeated Cody Rhodes and the then World Heavyweight Champion and Seth frickin' Rollins. So night 2 main event then was Roman versus Cody, Bloodline Rules, anything goes. We'll get into that in a minute, but to kick off night 2, CM Punk did the honors as he was on commentary. And then they had the World Heavyweight Championship match kick off the show. Seth Rollins defending against Drew McIntyre. McIntyre won, as Rollins had a losing weekend. Lost the tag team main event night one. Lost his World Heavyweight Championship that he's had for up to that point almost a year. Because remember, he was the first World Heavyweight Champion since they brought the title back last spring, as we'll actually be gearing up to WWE we'll be watching it. It's a couple weeks away, but to go back over to Saudi Arabia and have their pay-per-view Memorial Day weekend then. So yeah, new World Heavyweight Champion was Drew McIntyre. He then got cashed in on by the Money in the Bank holder, Senior Money in the Bank, Damian Priest, the Judgment Day. His music hit. He came running down to the ref and cashed in on Drew McIntyre as CM Punk once again was in commentary. Him and Drew got into it. As soon as Punk blew a kiss, out came Priest. Priest cashed in 1, 2, 3 and became World Heavyweight Champion. So Damian Priest is still your World Heavyweight Champ. He's actually defending against Jey Uso here at Backlash. So we'll get into that shortly as well. So technically that turned in from 1 match to 2 because of the cash-in. And then we saw Rollins again later on in the night. Once again, we'll get to that shortly. Had a Philadelphia street fight as they testified with a special guest ref. It was Lashley and the Street Profits defeating the Final Testament, Cross, and AOP. Yeah, let me talk to you. LA Knight defeated AJ Styles. And then they actually had a rematch a few weeks ago now, on WWE TV to determine the #1 contender for the WWE Champion here at Backlash. So LA Knight won at Mania, but then AJ Styles won in the rematch. So it's AJ challenging for the strap here tonight, a few days ago now at Backlash. It's about a 3-hour show, it says on the WWE Network on Peacock. I'm giving myself about a 4-hour window to sit down and discuss what I want to talk about here, recapping WrestleMania once again, getting the WWE draft results, along with the releases as of late. As mentioned, from WrestleMania 40, they'll be moving on to Backlash. We'll get into the next upcoming shows, but they just announced WrestleMania 41. We'll get more into that in a little bit as well. Had a triple threat U.S. Championship match. Logan Paul defending and defeating, surprisingly, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Thought at least Owens or Orton would win, but no, they're still having Logan Paul hold the U.S. title. Honestly, for views, I mean, he's a good heel. I don't like him personally. Prime's okay. A little overrated, but as he is, just like his brother Jake, Jake's only in boxing, once again, as I said before, because he can't fight in MMA, and Logan Paul's only in WWE because he can't do either box or fight in the octagon. But, he's also an outside source, if you will, for the company, for viewership. So he's in the position he's in because of who he is. Had Bayley win the WWE Women's Championship as well on the SmackDown side of things. She defeated Io Sky, her former Damage Control partner, as Io Sky had won the title last year at SummerSlam by cashing in her Money in the Bank and then held it until Mania. And the main event was, of course, Cody Rhodes challenging Roman Reigns. It was Bloodline Rules. Anything goes for the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship of the world, as the big dog tribal chief who sits at the other table, the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, went in as champion, as has been champion for the past almost 4 years, and Cody, if you will, finished the story. So Cody Rhodes knew they're calling him the WWE champion, but I mean, both main events were good. Both nights were good. As always, for any show, could be better, could have been better. You know, the ending you had from Jey Uso to John Cena, The Rock, Undertaker came out. No Hulk Hogan, no Stone Cold during WrestleMania 40 weekend for whatever reason. It is what it is at the end of the day. So I'll leave it at that. But now that's your WrestleMania recap. Of course, they've had Raws and SmackDowns and all that in the meantime. Had the WWE Draft recently as well. As of course they were in the process of building towards WWE Backlash here. Had the draft on SmackDown and Raw respectively. Not this past weekend during Backlash, but the week prior during NFL Draft weekend. And that's really the only reason why they had it, seemingly when they had it. As they had officially 4 rounds on SmackDown, and then 6 on Raw. A total of 16, make it another 24, so 40 picks, 40 selections total. Had a couple supplemental, signings after the fact. And now these rosters are set in stone as they'll move forward from Backlash to King and Queen of the Ring, WWE Clash at the Castle. They'll have Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, Bash. Who knows what the fall looks like? Who knows what the pay-per-view schedule looks like starting in 2025? Because Monday Night Raw is going to be on Netflix. Friday Night SmackDown is going to be on USA. WrestleMania now 8 until mid to late April, when normally it was always like mid to late March, early April. So it's, you got a few weeks there to not necessarily kill, but, they've started to do some TV specials. At least they were earlier this year. So, the timing on this and that, however you want to put it, and then depending on what else is going on, because seemingly, even though they're always up head-to-head with other competition, so they were saying this is one of the reasons why they're pushing Mania back to a different date, let alone weather, so they can have it, really anywhere, the hell they want in the foreseeable future, inside or outside, for a stadium. Because I think the days are gone, they're done for having WrestleMania inside of a, 15, 20,000 seat arena. They'll do stadiums, and the 2 nights that they've been doing it now, which is better than the one night, no doubt about it. The one night would drag ass. But yeah, WrestleMania 41 going to be officially, they announced it. This is after Backlash. I still haven't watched Backlash, so we're going to get to it here shortly. But WrestleMania 41 will be April the 19th and 20th. Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, home of the Silver and Black Raiders. So wrestling once again on Easter weekend. Make it 420 for WrestleMania Sunday on night 2, let alone in Las Vegas. So it happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas. What could go wrong? But these WWE draft results, whoever's on Raw, whoever's on NXT, whoever's on SmackDown, these will in fact be who you see on those shows for the next year, until they have another shake-up or a draft, if you will. So, night 1 of the WWE draft was held on SmackDown. They got the first pick, took Bianca Belair. Jey Uso then yeet went to Raw. Carmelo Hayes up from NXT on SmackDown, and Seth frickin' Rollins out of action with an injury, as he did carry, along with Roman, the company, recently. So they were the champs. They both lost. Now they're getting time off, and well deserved, no doubt about it. But then Seth Rollins stays on Raw. Roman Reigns was supposed to be in the draft. Paul Heyman said now, no, he's not. He's pulled out. He can't be picked. It's just a storyline they're running, folks. We'll get into the bloodline situation during the tag team match that they're having at Backlash against this next superstar, Randy Orton, and his tag team partner in Kevin Owens, so RKO, both on SmackDown. But yeah, it was the bloodline led by Solo Sikoa now, as they were also drafted to SmackDown. But Tama Tonga debuted. That's been a long time coming. So it's just the two of them with Paul Heyman. And tag team match. We'll get into that discussion shortly. So Randy Orton's on SmackDown. Braun Breaker is going to go to Raw. Nia Jax on SmackDown. Liv Morgan on Raw. Yeah, let me talk to you. LA Knight's going to SmackDown. Staying on SmackDown, I should say. We'll see what the future holds for him. I've said, no doubt about it. Everybody's bought into him, myself included, but I'm not going to believe they're actually doing something with him until they're actually doing something with him, because he's done as much as he's done the past year and a half, but he still just seemingly is, floating around. He's in a good spot, but he's still not, where all the WWE fans in the WWE universe, want him to be, if that makes sense, because, he is a star. They just haven't. They put him in a good spot, but he still is, the promised land. I mean, shit, it took Cody Rhodes how long to, in quotes, if you will, finish the story? Which, it really ain't finishing the story, because there's more to it. That's why I said with the whole, build up to WrestleMania again, like, it could have been so much better, but they did it the way they did it, and it is what it is at the end of the day. Because what they really should have done was Roman Rock, which seemingly was the plan, but then because of all the fucking Cody crybabies, they changed plan, and they went with the tag team match, and then they went with him winning, which he was going to win eventually, but then you factor in the streak, and just, I mean, if you don't know, you've been living under a rock the past 4 years, but and probably still think COVID's a real thing, but still at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's their company. They're going to do what they want. they know we're going to watch, bitch and complain about it, so they're going to do what they want, because just they can. They always have, and they always will. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But so go down that rabbit hole. Is what it is. Once again, it is. I don't know how I went from talking about whoever the hell I was talking about to the bloodline, but we'll move on. Oh, I know. Which you could compare it as I did, you know, because that's the thing. Like, everybody's different. Everybody has their own, you know, story. It's called life, you know. So, but it was finishing the story, you know, because there's more to it. Like, there's more than one chapter to a book, you know. There's sequels. There's just, they could have done it totally different, and there's still so much more they can do. And that's the thing that's, one, pissed me off, but then two is still pissing me off with the bloodline shit right now. With how good it is, it would be so much fucking better if Roman was still champion. But then they work their way around it, and they can get by with him not being champion, and they're still doing what they're doing, because then that's only going to lead to him returning. So it is what it is. It'll work itself out. They'll figure a way, you know, to get by and do this and that. And right, wrong decision, anywhere in between, it's what they did. You live with it. It is what it is. So I'll shut up about it for the time being. Ricochet stays on Raw, as mentioned. The Bloodline staying on SmackDown. And then Sheamus is back, as he was on the shelf past few months. He'll be on Raw. AJ Styles mentioned lost at Mania, but won the number one contender match. Also against LA Knight in a rematch. He's challenging Cody for the title here at Backlash. Alpha Academy with Chad Gable turning heel. They stay on Raw, as he'll be going after Sami Zayn eventually. Andrade's on SmackDown, and then Kiana James gets called up from NXT. Before I forget, I do want to add in that any champion that's on Raw or SmackDown, they were not selected. They stay on their respective brands. So you look at Monday Night Raw. You have Damian Priest as the World Heavyweight Champion, Sami Zayn as your Intercontinental Champion, and then the Awesome Truth tag team with Miz and R-Truth. They're your tag team champs. Becky Lynch, the women's champion. Did I miss anybody? Hopefully not. I don't think so. And then, you know, SmackDown, from Cody Rhodes to Logan Paul to A-Town Down Under, Bayley. So from, you know, not necessarily top to bottom, but just in that order, from World to US to Tag to Women's. But continuing on, WWE Draft. So if you look at the thumbnail, I had some fun with it. Went, of course, recapping WrestleMania. Went WWE Draft, which they changed the WWE Draft logo this year. But this is WWE Backlash live stream. And they were in France, which really the only reason why they went international to France for this show at least. Yeah, they're going back to Saudi. Yeah, they're going to Europe for another show shortly. They'll be back in Europe later on this year for another show as well. But the Summer Olympic Games are in Paris, France this summer. So from all that to, of course, all the Uncle Howdy teases, there's a QR code for you, so scan it. But May the 4th, and may the Force be with you, Star Wars Day. So there you see the WWE Champion and Cody Rhodes, as he was in the main event of this show. But from Darth Vader to Stormtroopers, Yoda, Chewbacca, R2-D2, and 3PO, along with an Ewok. There you go. But more picks on the WWE draft. The tag team of Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, they're on Raw. They were drafted, I think it was last year in the draft, but what have they done with them since? Not a damn thing. Baron Corbin back up on the main roster. He'll be on SmackDown, as he's been down in NXT as of late. Cedric and Adonis, they stay on SmackDown, as do the club, so Too Sweet. And then Ivar, along with Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, are on Monday Night Raw. The other supplemental picks afterwards, you have Apollo Crews switching brands. He hasn't done much as of late anyway. He'll be on SmackDown, as will Giovanni Vinci, as he was kicked out of Imperium. Ludwig Kaiser turned on him. Gunther going to be in King of the Ring. That's coming up. We'll talk about that. Odyssey Jones stays on Raw, but he's also in that conversation of drafted last year out of NXT, and they haven't done shit with him. Tegan Nox goes from Raw to SmackDown. New Catch Republic goes from SmackDown to Raw. And then Natalya, Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, and Diamond Mine, they all stay on Raw as well. So Imperium, they're on Raw. Jade Cargill staying on SmackDown. What's left of Damage Control, they go from SmackDown to Raw. Kevin Owens on SmackDown. CM Punk on Raw. Lashley and the Street Profits staying on SmackDown. Braun Strowman, he's back. He'll be on Raw. It's Tiffy time, so that's Friday nights at 8 o'clock, for all you wondering. LWO switches from SmackDown to Raw. Legado del Fantasma stays on SmackDown, so they split the Latino stables, as they've been going at it as of late. Drew McIntyre stays on Raw. Nakamura, see what his future holds. He'll be on SmackDown. Judgment Day staying on Raw, but you have Damian Priest as World Heavyweight Champion, potentially in time, sort of already as it is, even though he's still with him, he's by himself though. With Rhea hurt, it's only a matter of time, but Finn Balor is going to turn on Priest, I would think, and they'll have a World Heavyweight Championship match. But you have Finn and JD McDonough in the meantime tag teaming it up. Dirty Dom Mysterio, also injured. They've been getting bit by the injury bug. But nothing you can do there. It is what it is. Naomi stays on SmackDown. So you have Bianca, Jade, and Naomi all on the blue brand. Ilja Dragunov playing his orchestra music. Gets called up from NXT. He'll be on Raw. Chelsea and Piper on SmackDown. New Day stays on Raw. Pretty deadly, pretty gay. Kit Wilson and Elton Prince, they stay on SmackDown. Lila, Valkyria, and Blair Davenport both get called up from NXT in the women's division. Valkyria on Raw, Davenport on SmackDown. Candice and Indy switch from Raw to SmackDown. Cross and AOP, the Final Testament, with Paul Ellering along with Scarlett. They'll switch from SmackDown to Raw. And then DIY also flips from Raw to SmackDown, and Bronson Reed stays on Raw. So, people that weren't included, Alexa Bliss, because she's on maternity leave still. Congratulations. She'll be coming back at some point in time soon, though, I would think, especially with all these teases for Uncle Howdy and a potential Wyatt 6. We'll see what they do with that. You know, honoring Bray Wyatt's legacy. Hopefully they get it right, because if they do, it's going to be the shit. But if they get it wrong and it sucks, fans are going to let them know, and it's going to be bad, and it just, not necessarily tarnish, but just be like, what the hell, you know? Like, you should have just fucking left it alone, one of those. But I would think, you know, with creative control and Triple H in charge, it's going to be okay. Only time will tell, though. Big E, of course, still hurt because of his neck getting broken by Ridge Holland. Carmella, Charlotte, both out from injuries and another pregnancy. Dexter, along with Nikki Cross, they weren't included. They're potentially going to be in a future faction together, if you will. We'll see. Eric of the Viking Raiders out with an injury. Jimmy Uso's been wrote off with a storyline injury. Now that's how they introduced Tama Tonga on SmackDown after Mania. He came out and attacked him. He hasn't been seen since. Omos walking around with the trees. Raquel Rodriguez, Rhea Ripley out with injuries. Just like Shotzi and Sonya. Tamina and Valhalla. Similar situations with everything that's been said. And then, Uncle Howdy, potentially returning sometime soon. Roman Reigns was supposed to get picked, but Paul Heyman said no, he's not going to be. And now we'll get into the WrestleMania recap to the WWE draft. Releases. Those are fun to talk about. Not. I hate to see anybody lose their job, get fired for whatever reason. But in the middle of Friday Night SmackDown a few weeks ago, Jinder Mahal was fired. Not his first time, but his second. He came back, of course, won the WWE title at Backlash. When was that? 16, 17, 18? It's been quite a number of years now. Held title there for a while. Him and AJ went at it, oddly enough. After Jinder gets fired again, Backlash next pay-per-view, AJ's in the WWE title match. And Jinder's out of a job for 3 months, and we'll see what his future holds. As most recently, remember, he was managing into Sheer, Veer still coming, and Sangha. They were also fired at the same point in time. But they were all together, but then Jinder came back on the day one Raw as the returning WWE champion, and then had his segment with The Rock, and really that was it for this last part to his WWE tenure, because he was fired for budget cuts, if you will, about 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks after Mania. So we're right there in the middle of all this. Xia Li was also let go. Zion Quinn, Von Wagner. Cameron Grimes was a little bit of a surprise, but Same point in time, not really, just because he hasn't done shit up on the main roster, really ever. I mean, he had his run in NXT with the $1 million title, which was damn good, in LA Knight and all that. He'll probably go back to Impact, I'd have to guess, as Trevor Lee. We'll see. Hey, that rhymes. Drew Gulak was let go. They fired a couple other NXT talent. Gable Steveson with money on his contract and, not living up to the hype, even though he is an Olympic gold medalist. Just, couldn't cut it. And I believe that's it. If I'm forgetting anybody, please let me know in the comments below, let alone if I skipped over something with everything I've already discussed to this point. Be sure to let me know also in the comments below. So I believe that's it. Before we get into a full intro to this live watch along reaction stream. I guess here we go. Here goes nothing for WWE Backlash, as these are in fact my WWE Backlash live play-by-play watch along reactions on a few day delay from this past weekend. So as mentioned, on May the 4th, hopefully everyone had the Force with them while watching the show. And from a Bloodline RKO tag team match, a triple threat women's championship match, a women's tag team title match, a world heavyweight championship match, and a WWE championship match. That's what's to come for these 5 matches. WWE Backlash, Lyon, France. As mentioned, really only reason why they went to France seemingly was to get ahead of the Olympics in a few short months. But they also are, with the Saudi Arabia deal, going back there in a couple of weeks. Going to be in Europe a few more times this year. Like, they've gone way more international as of late than they, really ever have, especially for these big shows. But they know they can sell it, and in their eyes, cha-ching. So money talks. Business is business. Those are your 5 matches we're going to witness here at Backlash. It says it's 2 hours, 55 minutes, so I'm about to hit watch replay from this past Saturday. But once again, in the meantime, thanks for tuning in and listening to my audio-only WWE Backlash live play-by-play watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Quinn Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Scroll down and check out Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hit subscribe button, notification bell next to it as well to stay up to date. Share hashtag WWE, hashtag WWE Backlash. Chat questions and comments, super chat, super stickers, super likes, super thanks. Always greatly appreciated as well. As this video is powered by Rogue Energy, HopeKThrifts, and the novel written by Nathan D. Mitchell in Dead and Hungry. First off, with Rogue Energy. This video is powered by Rogue Energy. Be sure to get your favorite energy and hydration flavor in can or tub form, shakers, and Rogue Energy merch at the link in the description below. Be sure to use the code LUKE, that's L-U-K-E, LUKE123 for 10% off. HopeKThrifts, a secondhand resale shop that focuses on sustaining the environment in a cheaper, fashionable way, as most items are $20 or less and include brands like American Eagle, Converse, Free People, and Shein, among others. HopeKThrifts found on Depop, Instagram, Mercari, and Poshmark at HopeKThrifts. So be sure to use the message seller code CheapThrifts, that's CheapThrifts, CheapThrifts for 10% off. Link also in the description below. And Dead and Hungry, a novel written by Nathan D. Mitchell. As a viral disaster sweeps across America while Hank Broadman and his family are at Hightower Amusement Park. As society crumbles, Hank must guide his 9-year-old daughter Sarah through a treacherous, scathing new world. Victims of the virus bleed from the eyes, becoming faster and more violent with long nails and teeth. Their skin breaks out in hives while they utter strange phrases, a shadow of who they once were. Being a former virologist, Hank uncovers the virus's origin and how it came to be, but it's just not people. Plants and animals alike fall victim to this dreadful disease as the trees turn black, bleeding sap while their snake-like roots wrap around all remaining life. Grass turns dry and red, and animals of all kinds become rabid beasts. Hank must fight at all costs to protect his daughter, whose innocence degrades with each turn of a page. With no hope in sight, Hank takes matters into his own hands, piecing together clues regarding the source of the lethal virus. From mysterious radio messages to evidence at the Pentagon to rumors of a cure, Hank slowly realizes what he must do to bring this to an end. The more he learns of this wretched sickness, the faster he sheds his own humanity, desperate to save himself and his little girl from a world in ruin. And you can find Dead and Hungry on Amazon. Link in the description below, as mentioned. And that's for Rogue Energy, HopeKThrifts, and Dead and Hungry. And of course, if that doesn't interest you, you might as well be what the title says. So, leave it at that. And without any further ado, we'll get into WWE Backlash now and see what the hell happened this past weekend before they continue to move on with what they have coming up in the next couple weeks and months. Hard to believe it's already been a month since WrestleMania 40. They just announced WrestleMania 41 once again next April in Las Vegas, Nevada. Be a few weeks after it normally is, mid to late April now rather than earlier in the month. But Backlash, King and Queen of the Ring, Clash at the Castle, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, and Bash at the end of August. That is, at this point in time, your upcoming pay-per-view premium live event schedule. Who knows what the fall looks like, and then who knows what the schedule looks like 2025 and beyond. Just with Netflix, USA Network, Mania going to be a little bit later. I mean, if they space it out, you're looking at back to one pay-per-view a month. You're looking at potentially something early to mid-January. The Rumble might, rather than be late January, early February, that week in between conference championship games in the NFL and the Super Bowl. And then, as of late, it's been Elimination Chamber, late, February. Maybe that's early March now, or maybe early to mid-March, something along those lines, because in the month after that, or if they, feel comfortable with 6 weeks, prior, then you have Mania. And then do it all over again, and it'll cycle through. They'll hit the reset button and then move on to officially then WrestleMania 42. So, leave it at that. Here goes nothing. WWE Backlash from this past weekend. Thanks once again for tuning in and listening. So, we'll see what kicks off the show. But 2 women's matches, 2 main event title matches as well, along with a tag team match. So, the new, then, now, Forever Together WWE opening video package that they debuted at WrestleMania. And SmackDown was also live in France last Friday. The crowd was extremely hot. There is a aerial shot of the city, and from the Statue of Liberty being a gift from the French, they show us the globe, and Lyon, France is just west of Milan, Italy, and Switzerland. So sold out for Backlash, and giving us the superstars arriving. There's Cody Rhodes, who is the new WWE champion. AJ Styles, his challenger. Jade Cargill left AEW, came to the WWE. It was last fall. She made her technical debut backstage, but they didn't really do anything with her until the Royal Rumble. And since then, it's been her teaming up with Bianca Belair and Naomi. And then they had the tag team match at WrestleMania. And they're also having a tag team match here at Backlash. Yeet, there's Jey Uso, as we just saw the World Heavyweight Champion as well, and Damian Priest. So there's your title match there. But now they cut inside to everybody on their feet, and here we go for WWE Backlash. Giving us a recap of really what's happened the past month, but then also the kickoff pre-show, the press conference they had for this event the day before. So here's officially the opening video package now for the show. They're with 5 matches, seemingly trying to buy time, as this officially was a 1 p.m. Eastern start this past Saturday, with the time difference, of course. The Saudi Arabia show, probably going to be about the same, along with Clash. So you got 3 straight middle of the afternoon start times for the WWE and their overseas pay-per-views before they do come back to North America, but it's still out of the country for the United States. They'll be in the Great White North of Canada in Toronto for Money in the Bank. And then SummerSlam's in the States before they go back overseas again. And then, like I said, who knows what the fall looks like. They haven't gotten that far yet with announcing any schedules. So you know how the crowd's going to be, though, especially as hard as they were for SmackDown. But just those overseas crowds, they don't, get these shows all the time. So, and now WWE Backlash on the WWE Network on Peacock. So thanks for tuning in and listening. We'll have Michael Cole and Corey Graves on commentary. And the noise level notification for as loud as they were. But here we go. And Kevin Owens, being French Canadian, kicks off the show. So the tag team match with RKO, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. They're having fun with the initials to Randall Keith Orton, the RKO, Legend Killer. And Kevin Owens, KO, RKO, new t-shirt they were wearing at SmackDown. But from Owens, yeah, being French Canadian, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, but, you know, the French came from France before they, you know, came across the pond. An ally for sure with the U.S. So Owens waiting for Randy Orton as they make their entrances. And then we'll get the bloodline. Solo Sikoa's bloodline. And now Randy Orton. And the crowd goes nuts. And they're singing along word to word. Catch rules and religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. So Michael Cole just announced it's the first time WWE's ever been to France for a pay-per-view. So we're all hearing voices in our head. This fucking crowd. I have voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand. They talk to me. They talk to me. So that's awesome. That's awesome. I don't have to wash that back. He says thanks. Got the Prime bottle in the middle of the ring because of the sponsorship. Be in the middle of the mat for all the pay-per-views now moving forward. So they said at least. And it started at WrestleMania. Here we are, Backlash. It's like really the middle of the ring. I mean, you could have done 4 quarters, let alone just turnbuckles. And it's clear, just the outline of the bottle. It's not colored or anything like that. Like, it blends, but it is an eyesore. It's, not something we're used to. At least with WWE, you see it elsewhere, but that's just, they're trying to change. You got to give them credit, but it's like, did hell freeze over or what? So Orton does his pose. Yeah, goosebumps. So they go to commentary. And they got the French announce team too. So now here comes the bloodline led by Solo Sikoa. No Roman Reigns, no Jimmy, no Jey Uso. It's the enforcer, Solo Sikoa, with Tama Tonga, who's been in New Japan Pro Wrestling for a long time. And they finally were able to sign him and bring him in. And he's now aligned with Solo. There's the wise man, Paul Heyman, I might add as well. Won't be calling Roman Reigns, I don't think, for this. Probably calling him eventually. That's probably when Roman's going to come back, because they've been teasing, Solo's going to beat the shit out of Heyman. Because they attacked Kevin Owens, which sort of set up this match. But they've just been moving on, after Roman, with his 1,300 plus day title reign. Solo's in a good spot, getting pushed. But they've been teasing, like, Heyman's going to get beat up. So that's probably when Roman's going to come back. Whenever Solo and them are about ready to kick the shit out of Paulie there, they'll hit Roman's music, or he might just fucking run out, out of the crowd or something like that. But, yeah, that's probably when Reigns is coming back. And then they'll do something with Reigns and Solo, or if somehow they get Reigns to get the Usos back on the side, do bloodline or something, just to still make it must see, can't miss, must watch. And a "We Want Roman" chant from the crowd right off the bat as well. So bell didn't even ring yet, but they're fighting. Owens goes right after Tama Tonga, and so Orton's working Solo, and technically not official just yet, but they'll get the show on the road here. They already have momentarily. So fighting ring. So they even got a Prime bottle set up ringside, like a display, like a 3-foot tall Prime bottle. So now you got security and the officials and WWE personnel, trying to break it all up and kicking off the show with an attack. And a stunner from KO to one of jobbing security guys and other and now Nick Aldis comes out with a mic in hand. That's enough. Of course, he's the SmackDown GM, Postman Adam Pearce on Raw. This is technically a SmackDown tag team match. Do whatever you want. No DQ. It's a street fight now. Alright, got a tag team street fight with, now the bell rings. A tag team street fight with RKO, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, and the Bloodline, Souls Co. and Tama Tonga. So now they're going to fight through the crowd, and they're still on the announce table there. And Owens just threw a prime bottle at Tama Tonga. Got like a whole fucking case of prime bottles. There's a prime bottle sign Tama Tonga also just got hit with. So Orton and Solo are fighting up the steps. So yeah, we'll sit back and watch this now and see what the hell happens. So they go split screen with it because they're fighting in two different spots for this tag team match. Don't want to miss a single thing. KO chant. Owens is running and then comes and helps Orton. Solo sits down in somebody's seat. And now they're counting to 10 in French. And now Tama Tonga from behind. And it's 2-on-1 for the Bloodline against KO, and Orton's nowhere to be found now. He's walking by the fucking ring when they're fighting in the crowd. Like, what the hell? Crowd chants something. I can't make it out. Of course, I don't speak French. There's Orton. Okay. He might have just been getting a breather. A couple headbutts to Solo. And then a right hand. Super kick from Owens. Over the barricade back ringside. So here comes Owens and Orton. Owens gonna frog splash off the barricade. Orton, no, I'm not gonna do it. He steps down. Picks up Tama Tonga. And face first off the steel steps. So this is Tama Tonga's first official match in the WWE. It's a tag team match. And it's on a pay-per-view, I might add. So, you know, he's in a damn good spot right off the bat. You know, probably worked out better that he didn't sign, you know, with Styles and Gallows and Anderson Nakamura in 16. And decided to stay in New Japan for the past 8 years up until he just, you know, left to come to WWE. Because you think about it, I'm not saying he would have, but he probably would have. He could have most definitely been, just because you know how it's been or how they operate with some shit. Now you got some garbage cans. We want tables chant from the crowd as well, but they got the trash cans out. That, if Tama Tonga would have signed whenever, as he just gets smacked over the head with a garbage can. Good God, look at that then. And Solo now lining up to get smacked as well. Excuse me, there's a kendo stick. But, no, like, you think about it. If he would have signed, when they initially wanted him, he might have been fired by this point, and then they bring him back. But at the same point in time, maybe not. Maybe he's a star to this point. But I think it just worked out better that he did what he did for as long as he did, and then, they finally bring him in. And, right off the bat, he's in the Bloodline story. And rightfully so, because that's where he should be. Where the hell else, would he be? Other than NXT or fucking jobbing on the main event or fucking WWE Speed right now, for God's sakes. Especially if Vince was still in charge. They would have fucking changed his name and everything else. Owen says something into the camera. Yeah, say a little something in the camera. But it's a street fight, so they're finding anything and everything they can underneath the ring. Owens grabs a table now. So, Orton grabs a table as well. We gotta stack them. So Owens gonna set up his table ringside. As Orton slides his into the ring. But really, it's Owens working Tama Tonga and Orton working Solo. So Owens' table set up ringside as mentioned. Orton now sets his up in the middle of the ring. Of course, you set it up, you're probably going to go through it though. So this could be the turning point. We'll see. Owens up on the ring apron tells Tama Tonga to suck it and frog splash through the table on top of Tama Tonga and yells into his face. Orton gonna hit an RKO maybe on Solo through the table. Solo fighting back. Actually, Solo's going to put Orton through the table, it looks like. Heyman's still standing ringside. Yeah, Samoan dropped through the table. So they split the table spots. And now the ref getting the damage out of the way. There's a replay of the frog splash from Owens. There's a replay of the Samoan drop by Solo. So now in the ring, Owens with a stunner on Solo, no. Clothesline, yes. Trending, at least on Saturday it was, during this point in time. Number one in the U.S. on social media was hashtag WWE Backlash. So as I normally say, be sure to use that hashtag and share this live watch along reaction stream on social media, but we'll move on. Tama Tonga kicking down KO. Headbutts. Solo now with a kendo stick. So seemingly the tide's turned here a little bit. Owens and Orton were in full control. Now the bloodline is. Asshole chant. Kendo stick shot to the back of Owens from Tama Tonga. And Tama hangs it over now to Solo. So batter up. Like all four of these competitors, no doubt about it. This could go either way. Bloodline will probably find a fucking way to win it, I bet. Just knowing how shit normally works. Especially them being the heels. You know, get a cheap win. Piss the fans off, piss the crowd off. Especially with them pushing Solo and Tama together. Yeah, they'll probably find a way to win. There's a rear view into the corner. Owens now getting beat all to hell with the garbage can lid as he sits into the corner. Now some punches. And garbage can, no. Owens fights back as he takes him down. But then Solo with the garbage can to the back of KO. Where's Orton at? Yeah, this is all legal once again. It's a street fight, so anything goes. We the ones, throw them up. You suck chant. So now the bloodline has the table. Solo with some headbutts. I'm surprised nobody's busted open yet. So Owens just reversed Solo's move before he gets clotheslined by Tama Tonga. And Solo went into the table that was set up into the corner. But then Owens, like I said, just got clotheslined by Tama, so... Tama Tonga now with a chair. A couple chairs. Where the fuck is Randy Orton at? Where the hell did he go? Are you gonna come out of nowhere with an RKO? And yeah, once again, Heyman's just still standing there ringside too. As he normally does. He never really gets involved. At least in the matches. You know, he's more always on the mic, cutting a promo. Or in the middle of an argument. Orton now slides back into the ring. Tama Tonga with chair in hand, gonna turn around. And he sees the Viper. And he's like, oh shit. But he's actually gonna square up to him, and Tama Tonga's one crazy motherfucker, I can tell you that much. So, steel chair, no. Clothesline, yes, from Orton. Another clothesline. Oh, clothesline miss. Big power slam. As they zoom out, gives an aerial shot of the crowd. Michael Cole hit it. Vintage Orton. There you go. Now he's gearing up for an RKO. Pounding fists into the mat. And RKO, yep. Randy Orton just hit Tama Tonga with an RKO. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Break up by Solo. Match continues. So now Solo fighting Randy Orton ringside. Yep, into the announce table. Solo's got like an afro mohawk going midway through this match. Solo now up on the announce table with Randy Orton. But yeah, here comes an RKO, baby. Out of nowhere by Orton. Through the announce table, if you will. Spike, RKO instead. I am the table. It did not break. Owens in the ring with Tama Tonga. Steel chair. This is awesome chant from the crowd. This is pretty fucking awesome. Just a couple steel chair shots now. Owens gonna set the chair up. Hit him with a different steel chair. And then set that one up right across from the other one he set up. Hit him with a third steel chair. And now he's gonna do 2 on one side, 1 on the other, grab a 4th steel chair, probably hit him with it, and then 2 on 2. Yep. 2 and 2 is 4, for anybody who does not know how to do math. So they have Tama laying down on the 4 steel chairs that were set up. Owens gun up top, but Tama Tonga fighting back. And now Tama Tonga going to pick Owens off the top rope and throw him through those 4 steel chairs, it looks like. You know, normally if you set something up, you're going through it. That's a given. 95% of the time, that's exactly what's going to happen. Couple headbutts. And Owens actually, both times he set the table up, and with the steel chairs, he proves me wrong. There's 2 of that 5% that, you know, okay, it goes the other way. Holy shit, yeah. Owens just vertical suplexed Tama Tonga off the top rope through those 4 steel chairs that were set up. 1, 2, kick out, no, what the hell? Ref just got pulled out, oh shit. That's Tonga. Yeah, that's Tama's brother. I didn't know they signed him too. Maybe a little bit of a botched breakup there. The ref, I mean, there's a rock bottom from Solo through the chair on Owens. A lot going on here. As Orton just got hit with steel steps for ringside too, I might add. So the spike from Solo to KO, into the ring, ref back to count, 1, 2, 3, and that'll do it. So the Bloodline defeat RKO, Owens and Orton here at Backlash. Damn good match. Heyman up on the ring apron, ready to celebrate. So Solo's Cole and Tama Tonga win after some help from Tonga Loa. So they're continuing to add to the Bloodline. And just, it's still going to piss me off that Roman ain't champ with what they're doing with the Bloodline now. Because if he was still a champ and they're doing what they're doing now, it only makes it fucking better. But then he's not champion. They're doing what they're doing. They get by it. It's a win-win-win-win-win. However you look at it, it works out. You know, here's a couple of replays. There's Orton with an RKO on Solo through the announce table. There's the chair spot they did with Owens and Solo. Here's the shot of the ref getting pulled out of the ring. Yeah, he didn't pull him out 100%. It looked half-assed. The ref pulled him, like, backed up, slid out while he was getting pulled out at the last literal possible second. But they got the job done. That's all that matters. 1, 2, 3 after a spike, and the Bloodline win. So, Owens coughing up some spit, thrown up in the middle of the ring, it looks like, after the spike. Solo telling Heyman, throw him up, we the ones. So it looks like it's going to be Solo's Bloodline against a Roman Reigns Bloodline when Roman comes back. So we'll hit pause here real quick. Still got a couple more matches to go here. But yeah, exactly. Whenever Solo's about ready to beat the shit out of Heyman, that's when Reigns is coming back. When that is, I don't know. They'll build, for a while. The other part to it is the tribal chief. Is it Roman or is it Rock? These are orders from the tribal chief. Call Roman Reigns. All that. It's the little things that add up. I can guarantee you fucking Roman Reigns ain't calling any of this shit right now as the tribal chief. They'll play it off storyline. It's The Rock. And they'll finally, hopefully, give us Reigns Rock later on. When we should have already gotten it. I mean, we've been wanting it now for how many goddamn years. And they're still making us wait. But at the end of the day, as long as there's a payoff and everything, works out and it all made sense, we'll look back on it, years from now. It's like, that was some damn good shit. So, yeah, whenever Heyman's about ready to get beat up by Solo, about ready to get spiked, which I thought he was going to go do that to him when they turned on Jimmy and had Tama Tonga debut. But they're going to continue to push Solo, which we figured they would eventually. Just a matter of when for that too. And so, no, yeah, but whenever they're about ready to beat up Heyman, that's when Reigns is coming back. Probably be SummerSlam, to be honest with you. Give us a commercial break. Now, next, the triple threat SmackDown Women's Championship match. Bayley, Naomi, and then they added Tiff Stratton to make it a triple threat. And that's going to be won by Bayley. So she is still your Women's World Champion on Friday Night SmackDown. It looks like now next will be the World Heavyweight Championship match with Damian Priest and Jey Uso. Of course, the Judgment Day down not one but two people. Rhea Ripley out of action with injury. Dominic Mysterio also injured, but for the time being, keeping him on TV. Still getting booed out of the building, of course, but they'll have him and Liv go at it, and then when Rhea comes back, they'll do something with them at that point. So, Uso, it's just me, Us. They're down since day one. Yeet. So, he's coming out of the crowd, too. I don't think they know it. He's right there. They got their phones lit up, yeeting all through. The arena as they're in France. Of course, the French have a long history with pro wrestling, but then the United States, of course, the Louisiana Purchase. Damn, it's just me, Oos. Yeah. He's so fucking over, he is. And like his reactions for everybody eating, like, you think it's fake for Dom getting booed out of the building? No, that shit's real. This is real too. Like, total opposite ends of the spectrum, but Jey Uso got a challenge now for the World Heavyweight Championship. As they sang along to Orton's theme, they're singing along to Jey Uso's theme and yeeting. He's not in the main event, it's the second match. What are you doing? Go and lay down, big dog. Huh? What are you doing? And those Yeet sunglasses are pretty cool too. They're giving them time for their entrances and for this crowd to react. That's how they're also getting by on time. And now we're all going to rise for the Judgment Day. And our World Heavyweight Champion, no longer Mr. Money in the Bank, Senor Money in the Bank, because Damian Priest cashed in his Money in the Bank successfully at WrestleMania, defeating Drew McIntyre after McIntyre had just beat Seth Rollins to become World Champion. Priest came out, cashed in, and won, which was surprising. Because I thought, not necessarily wasn't a bad pick for Money in the Bank, just the timing, you know, but then also you're getting up on a year. Well, when's he going to cash in, if he's going to cash in? Good or bad. They did it at Mania. He became only the second, and it came full circle for Rollins there too, because remember, Rollins is the other one of the two to cash in at Mania and win the title. Priest now being the second. It came full circle for Rollins because he was the first to do it, and then that was Mania 31 in the main event with Reigns and Lesnar. Became a triple threat. This go around, they had McIntyre beat Rollins, so Rollins was defending the title, and then who he lost it to got cashed in on, and then they became champion, and that's Damian Priest. But just the timing, you know, last summer, just really right time. Well, they have been pushing the Judgment Day for the past 2 years, and they'll stay on Raw as they've been on the Red Brand Monday nights, and as he makes his entrance with a match underway here. But you know, from Punishment Martinez to what he did in NXT, Damian Priest up on the main roster, and now Samantha Irvin gonna give the intro. But you have once again Priest cashing in at Mania, and it was like, okay, well, when if he's gonna do it, and when if he ain't gonna do it. But it was still a surprise that he actually won, because I had thought if they have him cash in, he's gonna lose, just because of where they were at that point in time. Like, Reigns ain't losing anytime soon. If he does, it's going to be to Cody, which is exactly what happened. And then, you know, Rollins, but then Rollins lost to Drew, and it works out because everybody's on Raw then, and then they have Priest cash in. So, and then he's held it now for a month, so going to defend at Backlash here against Jey Uso. We'll see what happens. I would be surprised, even though Jey Uso's over, that Jey Uso wins. Priest should probably retain here, I would think. As they show off the title, and away we go. So the bell rings, match underway. Damian Priest, Jey Uso, one-on-one here at WWE Backlash for the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeet. So Jay in full control here. Yeet. Priest gets thrown over the top rope. And now Jey Uso, suicide dive? No. No yeet. Priest catches Jay ringside. Now going to drive him into the barricade. And an Uso chant getting started in the crowd. Couple boos and yays now in the middle of the ring. So that's the other thing too with Priest being world champion. Like now he's champ. Well, how long is he going to be champion for? Going to be a couple months? Are you going to be, more than a couple months? Going to be a month here to Backlash. Jey Uso wins surprisingly. Like I would think it's going to be. You're looking at something anywhere like 3 to 6, maybe 7, 8 months. Because it'll just end up, just like anything else, no offense to him or anything along those lines, it'll just end up running its course, because somebody else will, not necessarily step up, but they'll be in a good spot, and you got to remember too on Raw the Punk McIntyre angle that ties in with the world title. So we'll see what happens. Let alone Rollins returning at some point in time too. Because he's going to want his rematch. You have Drew wanting his rematch. So we'll see what happens. Maybe there's a triple threat or a big fatal four-way for the title down the line. And then they branch off from that rather than do all the single stuff prior and then they do the fatal four-way. Which they could do, and then they could still branch out afterwards too, so. That fucking Prime bottle logo in the middle of the ring is just a fucking eyesore. Like, it's just bare, by itself. Like, it's better off keeping the ring the way it was. But if you are putting sponsorships, like, well, do something more than Prime. Just not Prime. Do fucking something else in the corner. You could add 4 more different sponsorship outfits and have 5. Have one in the ring and have one in one corner, one in the other, one in the other, and one in the other corner. Like, they have so many damn sponsors for this and that. Like, I'm sure they wouldn't mind paying a few extra bucks to put their damn logo on the mat too. But just one logo, one huge ass logo in the middle, not 4 small ones in the corner. Yeet, yeet, yeet. Yeah, see, yeet, they agree. But it's just like, no, it is what it is. I'm going to agree with some stuff that they do, but more so than other people, I ain't going to kiss ass and agree with everything they fucking do. Crowd chant something again. I can't make it out. Once again, don't speak French. I wish Bailey or Tiffany Stratton, could teach me, as they were in the triple threat women's championship match. Just prior to this, Bailey retaining over her and Naomi. Still have the women's tag team match to come, and then the main event, Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. Hashtag WWE Backlash. Ref getting in the way. There's JD McDonough causing some interference. Ref didn't see it. And a cover 1-2 kick out as Priest pinned Jey Uso, but another botched, I don't know what to call it, but just from Tonga Loa not hitting the spot the whole way, and then JD McDonough half-assed and pulling down the ropes, just like what the hell. And now him and Priest are getting into it. Super kick from Jay to JD. Super kick from Jay to Priest. Now Uso going up top for a splash. Yeet. Cover. 1, 2, kick out. So 2, sweet. Match continues. And other than the boo yay chant, this is a yeet, no yeet chant with the punches back and forth. No yeet, no yeet, no yeet, no yeet, no yeet. Say that fucking 5 times fast. Yeet. Super kick. No yeet. Yeet. No yeet. And now a round of applause from the crowd. Super kick, no. Priest going for a little razor's edge. Cover, 1, 2, kick out. Priest going to go for a choke slam. And when he has been called the and then a real loud no yeet chant from the crowd. And choke slam, no. Off the ropes. Spear from Jey Uso. Cover. 1, 2, kick out. Well, like a gothic Undertaker, you know, for Priest. Couple replays. For Kevin Dunn's successor in the truck. And yeet, Jey Uso going up top again. And here comes Finn Balor out of nowhere. Super kick to him from Jey Uso. And Jey gets clotheslined in the meantime by Priest. And now chokeslam from Priest to Jey Uso, yes. Cover. 1, 2, kick out. Match continues again. Priest with a kick to the side of the head. Telling Jey Uso now to get up. And another kick. Third time's charm. Yeet, 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 yeet. Super kick from Jey. Make it 2 in a row. So they're even on those kicks here recently. Jey now 1 up with his third. And another kick. Spear. Now Jey gonna go up top. Frog splash, yeet, cover, 1, 2, and that's JD McDonough putting Priest's right foot on the bottom rope for a rope break. The match continues. A fuck you JD chant from the crowd as suicide dive from Jey Uso to JD ringside. Might have just cost him, but he does spear Finn Balor ringside as well. But remember, Priest is in the ring. Gonna be ready for him now. Yeah. Hits top rope, brings him down. And they'll say it's a choke slam. 1, 2, 3. Priest retains, but it was off the top rope. It didn't look like a choke slam. We'll see a replay here, but Damian Priest still your World Heavyweight Champion, defeating Jey Uso at Backlash. And now the rest of Judgment Day beating up Jey Uso. And Priest telling him to get lost. Like, I beat him fair and square. You don't need to, kick the shit out of him some more. So now Priest and Finn Balor are going at it. Priest and JD McDonough are going at it. Finn's gotten some new tattoos, I've noticed too. So Priest celebrates. Still World Heavyweight Champion. See, there's tension. It's only a matter of time. It's not if, but when. Finn Balor, let alone Damian Priest, they turn on one another. Because that's going to be your world title match with those two. And then you got to factor in Rollins wanting his rematch, Drew wanting his rematch. The Punk aspect to it with Drew and Seth, for that matter. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. Because there's a lot there they could do. Like, it might just flat out be Damian Priest turning on Judgment Day and going off on his own, rather than, them kicking him out, as they did to Edge. So, Damian Priest retains his World Heavyweight Championship. Up next, going to be the women's tag team title match with the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, taking on Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. And that going to be one, we have new champions. Bianca and Jade have defeated Asuka and Kairi Sane to win tag team gold. So they're going to keep them together as a tag team, as women's tag team champs, before they turn them on one another and you get a singles match out of that. They're high on Jade Cargill, I can tell you that much. They are. So, commercial break. Future's bright, for sure. And they got King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring coming up. But next, you don't want none in the main event of Backlash. It'll be the phenomenal AJ Styles challenging another former member of the Bullet Club, Too Sweet, in the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, for the WWE Championship. So this should be a banger of a match. So AJ making his way to the ring. We'll get AJ Styles, Cody Rhodes, one-on-one for the WWE Championship. And of course, AJ, some new entrance music that he debuted at WrestleMania. It's all right. I think the jury's still out on it. A lot of people have been saying this song is as good as what he's had, but obviously he thought it was time for a change. I mean, he's been using the same entrance music since he debuted in the WWE in 2016. So over 8 years of one theme with no remixes or anything along those lines, and up until now. And so, I mean, it's still the You Don't Want None, but it's more rap than the country rock rap that it was. So, of course, we all know as well, wrestling has more than one royal family. And the crowd's chanting something once again. I don't know what the hell they're saying. It sounds like they're making fucking fun of AJ. I don't speak French, so if anybody does in fact know, let me know in the comments. But this crowd's hot for sure. And now the Royal Knock, wrestling has more than one royal family. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, in quotes if you will, finished the story at WrestleMania, defeating Roman Reigns to become champion. Has been champion since, and now this is his first title defense. He's got adrenaline in his soul, and going up against another former Bullet Club member, as mentioned, a fellow Georgia Bulldog fan. And AJ fought Dusty in TNA. AJ now gets to fight Cody in WWE. So a little full circle moment there too. He's going to give us what we came to see, and that's a title defense. Like I said, should be a banger of a match. These two know how to, do it, and do it good. So, crowd's hot. Been hot all show. Singing along to the entrance again, so. We'll see if AJ Styles takes it away from Cody Rhodes. Highly doubtful, because Cody's probably going to be holding the title for a little while. And no more undisputed WWE Universal Championship. It's now the undisputed, just flat out WWE Championship. No Universal to it. So Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles coming up next here in the main event of Backlash for the WWE title. Thanks once again for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hit that red subscribe button, notification button next to it as well. Stay up to date. Share hashtag WWE, hashtag WWE Backlash. Chat questions and comments, super chat, super sticker, super like, super thanks. Always great appreciated. As well as this video is powered by Rogue Energy, HopeKThrifts, and Den Hungry. Links for all of them also in the description. Be sure to check them out. And yeah, here we go. The camera is fucking shaking for how raucous this crowd is. And that's what makes still indoor arenas, you know, for a big show. Yeah, tickets are going to be through the fucking roof, as they already are for anything and everything nowadays. But like, yeah, crowds just phenomenal, if you will. They're awesome. Like, would just really like to know what the hell they're chanting. Yeah, that's the thing, because I don't speak French. So bell rings, match underway. Here we go. WWE Championship on the line. Cody Rhodes defending against AJ Styles here at Backlash, and they lock up in the middle of the ring. So now they're just fighting from one corner to the next by the ropes, the whole way around the ring. This fucking crowd, man, I tell you what. You can't even hear the announcers, that's how loud the crowd is. Takedown there by Cody, as he has AJ now in a headlock. Let's go Cody, AJ sucks chant from the crowd. They lock up again. AJ now has Cody in headlock. And a takedown there as well. Kept up by AJ. Another takedown by Rhodes. Cody suplex, AJ suplex. No, they just keep fighting it off into the corner. Now they stare each other down, talking trash, shoving each other. There's a slap in the face. Slap to the chest, chop to the chest, another slap, and another chop. So Cody slapping AJ, AJ's chopping Cody, kick to the gut, off the ropes. Drop kick. And the promos, I might add, between these two, since this was announced, they had 2 triple threat matches on the SmackDown after Mania. The winners then fought a week later in the #1 contender match, which was a rematch between LA Knight and AJ Styles from WrestleMania. AJ won the second go around as he lost first time. So LA Knight won at Mania. AJ wins the #1 contender match, gets the championship match here at Backlash. They then had the contract signing on the first night of the WWE draft a week later. And then the next week, which was the night before Backlash, just this past Friday on SmackDown, they had a promo back and forth in front of the same crowd, I might add, and then now the match. And this chant must be something to fucking rile up the heel, the bad guy. They fucking hate him. Either they love AJ, they're just talking shit. Like, it has to be like just a funny, like, ha ha. I don't know though, but no, the promo they had, you know, was good on SmackDown just prior to Backlash. AJ saying something about, you know, Stardust, and did the move that Cody would have done with Stardust. But we'll see who wins this. It's probably going to be Cody, and then we'll see what's next after that. Because after Backlash here, you got King and Queen of the Ring, Clash, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, and Bash. You know, that gets you to the end of August. That gets you to football season. So Cody in control of AJ. As I say that, AJ drives Cody into the corner. Clothesline. Let's go Cody, AJ sucks chant once again from the crowd. They bring up Cody finishing the story, but then it's like, well, what's next once again? You know? Because there's always more than one chapter to a book. Unless it's a fucking, you know, kid's picture book. Like, is that Cody Rhodes' story? Like, they get him to this point and then there's nothing afterwards? Yes and no. You know, they're going to give him his moment, which they did. Now it's AJ, but then after AJ, who's next? It ain't Goldberg, but you get what I'm saying. Like, who's next? A couple quick roll-ups, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Pele kick from AJ in the meantime, too. AJ gets thrown into the ropes, slides out of the ring, or more so just falls out, hits the floor. Cody off the ropes, suicide dive. Nope, AJ hits him with a forearm. And now, hey, it's last match. You might as well tear the place down. Gonna fight by the announce tables. There's the WWE Championship laying there as well. Surprisingly, they don't have it set up. They just have it laying there on the platform. Yeah, you're in France. Take out the fucking French announce table for once. It's always the Spanish one that gets shit on. AJ gonna Styles clash Cody through the announce table? No, Cody fights back, drives him into the steel steps. They give us a break. Cody chant from the crowd. He's gonna roll back out here and she'll start counting again. No? AJ on his feet, gonna climb back up. Oh, they're going to do something off the top rope and fling, maybe back in the ring, probably fling through the announce table there. Those announcers might want to fucking move. They're going to do this in the ring. Cody holding AJ midair as he stands on the second rope. And now AJ falls down. Cody just falls on his back. And like I've said before, they just better fucking hope Cody doesn't get hurt. They'll figure something out, yeah, afterwards, but yeah, he's selling injury there. He sold injury on a recent TV as well, but just, okay, yeah, it's all said and done now, but they just better hope he doesn't get fucking hurt because, like, everything that built up to this point, and then, you know, if he does get hurt, like, right off the bat, like, none of it's gonna fucking matter at that point. Like, everybody's not gonna remember that. They'll remember him getting hurt right after. But then they'd figure something out. I get that much. I'm not stupid, but Cody got the knees up as AJ was flying off the ropes, but I don't think he will. I mean, if he does, he does, but he's safe. He knows what he's doing. Now, if it's a long time down the road and something happens, then okay, whatever. That happens then. You know? Because then they still were able to do what they did, what they're doing, and what they're going to do moving forward with him. Up until, I'm not saying, I'm hoping, praying like Drew McIntyre does, but just hypothetically speaking. Boo and yay. Yeet, no yeet punches. That's what they need to be called from here on out. Yeet, no yeet. For yes and no. For those boo and yay punches. Power slam there by Cody to AJ. Cody off the ropes with a drop kick. Cover, 1, 2, kick out. Too sweet for two former members of the Bullet Club. Why doesn't WWE go back to Japan to have an international show? Now it sounds like they're singing something, not chanting something. Cody and AJ roll up, kick out. GTS on the back of the knee, cover, 1, 2, or on the back of the head, excuse me, knee to the back of the head. Cody with a running bulldog. As he's a Georgia Bulldog fan, as is AJ Styles. Too sweet, but we are Penn State. This is awesome chant from the crowd. On the ring apron. Oh, Jesus Christ. Vertical suplex on the ring apron from AJ to Cody. Nah, 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 nah. Please tell me what the hell they're chanting. Power bomb by Cody to AJ Styles through the French announce table. Yeet, 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 yeet. Showing a replay of it. And they're both down and out, just laying there as the crowd chants. 5 count from the ref, I believe. Yep, 6, 7, 8, 9, And they both get back in the ring at the same time. Double clothesline, and they stand still. Nobody moved. Boo and yay punches now back and forth. Cody's hitting him more forearm-wise. Double kick, and they both fall. Let's go. Let's go. They're yelling back and forth at each other. And Cody goes after AJ. Punches. AJ fighting back with some of his own. Punches to the gut. And now Cody going old school with the left hand. Punches. Oh. Says, suck it, and elbow cover. 1, 2, kick out. That was good. That was a good sequence. AJ gonna go for Styles Clash. Cody gonna reverse it. Now they're Irish kick. Yeah. Suplex into the turnbuckles. No. What the fuck is that chant? I need to know. Like, what are they saying? What does it mean? Do they do it for other stuff, etc., etc.? AJ gonna go phenomenal form here, it looks like. Actually flips off the ropes. Cover. 1, 2, kick out. There's one flip. AJ slams Cody down. Cover. 1, kick out. At 1. Not 2, at 1. Cody fighting back. Let's go. AJ in disbelief, like, what the hell? AJ now with a couple kicks and punches. Cody back on his feet, off the ropes, cutter. There you go. Cover. 1, 2, kick out. Fight forever chant now, which I'm sure if they were, they'd still be going. And this would still be live from this past weekend, and we're watched on delay now tonight. Cody going for the finish here, it looks like. No. On the crossroads, Pele kicked by AJ instead. AJ with the punch now is going to go phenomenal form. Rips the elbow brace off. AJ, phenomenal form, gets super kicked in midair. Now Cody will go for the crossroads. He's already hit the elbow. He's already hit the cutter. Yeah, so 3 crossroads, it'll be it. Unless he, makes him submit with a left armbar here. You don't really see AJ Styles tapping out, though. That's the other thing. AJ's power slams Cody down, getting out of the armbar. This crowd's something else, man. Cody with a kick. Now here come the crossroads. Here's your finish. Now AJ can reverse it, kick him. Styles clash. Nope. Cody reverses it. Quick roll up. 1, 2, kick out. Cody off the rope. Another cutter, got him a little too high. But yeah, it connects. And now the crossroads. There's 1, and that's all he's going to do. 1, 2, 3, because that's all he's going to need. And Cody Rhodes defeats AJ Styles 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring in the main event of Backlash to retain the WWE Championship. So Cody Rhodes still your WWE Champion, as expected. So he'll celebrate. We'll see what's next for him. honestly, Backlash, pretty predictable. I mean, really the only surprise was the women's tag titles. They had Bianca and Jade defeat the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. Because you had Bayley retain the women's world championship. You had Damian Priest retain the world heavyweight championship over Jey Uso. You had the Bloodline with interference, but when the tag team street fight match against RKO, Owens, and Orton, and then Cody Rhodes here in the main event, defeating AJ Styles to retain the WWE Championship. So that's Backlash. They got King and Queen of the Ring coming up in a few weeks. And then it'll be WWE Clash at the Castle, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, and the Bash. So that's from now until the end of August. So we'll see what happens. Storyline-wise on both Raw and SmackDown. Moving forward, we'll see what they do. So we're going to watch to, see what the hell happens and go from there. But Cody Rhodes in his first title defense after winning the title a month ago at WrestleMania turns out to be a success. And a successful one at that. Defeats AJ Styles, keeps his title, retains it. He wins in the main event of Backlash and is still your WWE champion. So he celebrates. They'll sign off. I'll sign off. In the meantime, once again, thanks for tuning in and listening to my WWE Backlash live play watch along reactions live right here on YouTube. So that'll do it for myself, your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Coy and Luke 96. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of WWE Backlash, and I'll see you when I see you with the upcoming shows. But in the meantime, as always, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below.